The rain was coming down sideways when the tow truck backed into his bay, and Sam counted 11 days since he'd said more than 100 words to another human being. He wiped his hands on a rag that hadn't been cleaned since spring and walked out under the dripping awning. The truck being unloaded was a 1987 Ford, faded blue, rust creeping up from the wheel wells like it was trying to swallow the whole thing. A woman stood beside it with her arms crossed, jaw tight, the kind of tight that comes from holding something in for a very long time. Behind her, a girl of maybe 8 sat on the curb swinging her legs, watching a garage full of tools like it was the most interesting place on earth. Sam's own shop was quiet except for the radio he never turned off, more for the noise than the music. He ate lunches standing up most days, leaning against the workbench, because sitting down at the little table in back reminded him too much of the chair across from his own that nobody used anymore. He hadn't taken it down. He just stopped looking at it. The woman, Elena, told him the dealership had already looked at the truck, told him it needed a full engine control replacement, some proprietary module they didn't even stock anymore, and quoted her $200,000, more than the truck, more than her car, more than she'd see in 3 years of work. She said the number the way people say numbers that have already broken something in them. The girl Mia wandered over while her mother talked. She looked at the old engine block like it was a puzzle someone had left unfinished. "Is it dead?" she asked. Not sad, just curious. The way kids ask questions adults are too scared to. "Everything's fixable until it isn't," Sam said. "That's what my mom says about our house," Mia said, and then, like it cost her nothing, "We don't have a dad anymore. He didn't die, he just left." Sam felt that land somewhere behind his ribs. He didn't say anything about his own house, the chair, the quiet. He just crouched down next to the truck's open hood and asked Mia if she wanted to hold the flashlight. He didn't have to take the job. The dealership's diagnosis was the kind that made a mechanic's life easier. Sign the form, say it's beyond repair, send them on their way. Sam looked at Elena's face, at the tired hope she was clearly trying not to have, and told her to give him a day. It took him 6 hours to find it. Not a control module at all. A relay, corroded and swollen shut, hiding behind the fuse box where nobody bothered to look because nobody wanted to look, because $200,000 sounds like an answer and $14 sounds like a lie. He held the little part up to the light like it was something precious, because in a way it was. When he told Elena, she didn't cry right away. She just put her hand over her mouth and stared at the truck like she was seeing her father in it again instead of just a bill. "This truck's the last thing that still smells like him," she said later, sitting on an overturned bucket while Sam closed up the hood. "I know that's stupid." "It's not stupid," Sam said. "My wife's coffee mug is still in my cabinet. I don't drink out of it. I just can't put it in the box with the rest." Elena looked at him for a long moment, the kind of look that isn't about attraction yet, just recognition. Two people who understood the specific weight of a thing that shouldn't matter, and mattered anyway. They started coming by on Saturdays, not for repairs, just because Mia liked the shop, and Elena stopped pretending she didn't like the company. Sam taught Mia how to check oil, her small hands stained black with pride. Elena brought coffee in a thermos and complained it was terrible, and he agreed, and neither of them stopped drinking it. One evening in October, Mia asked him, out of nowhere, if he was going to be around for a while. Not dramatic, just a kid doing math on who might stay. "I plan on it," Sam said, and meant it more than he'd meant anything in 2 years. There was a night in November when the three of them sat in the shop after closing, heater rattling, and Elena laughed so hard at something Mia said that she had to put her coffee down. Sam watched her laugh and realized he hadn't heard the sound of a woman laughing in his shop since his wife used to bring him lunch. He didn't say that out loud, he just let the moment be what it was. By December, Mia had her own set of small tools, pink-handled, sitting proud on the bench next to his. Elena's truck ran fine now, but she still found reasons to bring it by. The rain was coming down sideways again the evening she finally told him she loved him, right there under the same dripping awning, the same faded blue truck parked between them like a witness. Mia sat on the curb, swinging her legs, pretending not to listen. Sam thought about the $200,000 answer nobody wanted to question, and the $14 truth that was hiding the whole time behind a fuse box nobody bothered to open. Sometimes the thing that breaks you isn't as big as they tell you it is. Sometimes it's small, and corroded, and waiting for someone patient enough to look. He reached for Elena's hand under the awning, and for the first time in 2 years, the quiet in his shop didn't feel like something missing. It felt like something finally, fully full.